The three judges scoring this bout on a 10-point must system will be, from San Marino, Republic, Richard Giuliani. From the United States, Al Bennett. And from Puerto Rico, Roberto Ramirez. And when the bell rings, coming in charge of the action from the USA, referee Robert Byrd. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, in the blue corner, wearing red, trimmed with black, weighing 78.7 kilos, his professional record, 40 victories against only 2 defeats, with 1 draw, and he has 19 knockouts. This former European champion has fought in 6 world title bouts. From Deutschland, the challenger,
there's the introductions. Our judges today, Richard Villani out of Italy, Roberto Ramirez out of Puerto Rico, and Albert Bennett from the United States. Again, this is under IBF rules tonight. Referees Robert Byrd out of Los Angeles, California. A lot of excitement in the air here at Olympic Hall, Munich. Favorite son, Henry Maske, but I got to tell you, from the introduction that Rocchigiani got, he's the other favorite son. Scheduled for 12 rounds. Robert Byrd trying to get the photographers off the ring apron. Not happy with where they are. He's not letting the bout get started either. Byrd, a real good referee out of California. And Byrd finally gets ready, and there we go. Gives the signal to the timekeeper. Now can't get anybody to ring the bell. Well, a warning over the PA system here that the photographers have to get off the ring apron, otherwise the bout's not going to start. Robert Byrd's going wild in the ring right now. Finally, bout gets started here. Round number one. Both fighters left-handed. Rocchigiani coming out in classic style. Maske not known for being a fast starter. Usually gives away first 2-3 rounds of fights, similar to what he did against Egerton Marcus. Rocchigiani, the aggressor, won the first round of their last fight. Maske showing good lateral motion. Usually takes him 2-3 rounds, though, to get that jab started. Watch for him to be pawing at the head, pulling down Rocchigiani, if past performances tell us anything. Rocchigiani lands a good stiff right hand. A lot of tension in the crowd. A lot of conversation on the street about who's going to win this fight. Everybody had a different opinion. As I polled the different people, it looks like it was a pick-em fight amongst the crowd. A lot of people thinking Rocchigiani won the last fight. Certainly nobody could debate that Henry was in a lot of trouble in that 12th and final round. There goes Rocchigiani, starting to work the body, lands a good left uppercut on Maske. Rocchigiani certainly the heavier hitter of the two. Got 19 knockouts in his 37 wins. Maske only 11 KOs in his 27 victories. A little more than a minute to go here in round number one, scheduled for 12. It's the IBF Light Heavyweight Championship. I'm Arnie Tokyo Rosenthal on the Cedric Kushner Sports Network. Hope you've enjoyed our show thus far, and I know you're going to enjoy this one. Maske trying to get that jab started. Starting to find the range a little bit. Rocchigiani working the body much like he did in the first fight. Has a good headlock now on Maske. That's going to elicit a warning from referee Robert Byrd. Rocchigiani wasn't quick to release that hold. Under 20 seconds to go in the first round. And again, Rocchigiani comes plowing in, working the body. Maske starting to put that right hand on the back of his head, though, to start to paw him down. Round number two, scheduled for 12. We're in Munich, Germany, Olympic Hall. That's Henry Maske. He's in the white shorts with the red stripe. Graciano Rocchigiani is in the solid red. Both fighters are southpaws. Both fighters are Germans. Maske, of course, present world champion. Rocchigiani, former super middleweight champion of the world. Title he won from Vincent Boulware back in 1988. Defended it successfully 3 times and then vacated it. Failed in an attempt to recapture it later on from Chris Eubanks. Maske's throwing good lateral motion here, but not throwing a lot of punches thus. Oh, and he hits a good left uppercut from Rocchigiani on the inside. Has Maske backing up. Maske lands an uppercut of his own. Another good uppercut by Rocchigiani. Stiff right lands for Rocchigiani. Maske's got a 1-inch height advantage, 1-inch reach advantage. All things being unequal, that doesn't amount to very much. Classic Maske pawing behind the head. Rocchigiani working the body when he's in the inside. Again, left uppercut lands from Rocchigiani on the inside, lands with the right as well. Working the body well on Maske. Still very typical Maske, not throwing a lot of leather here the first 2 rounds. Crowd seems to be evenly partisan. How's that for a play on words? So we're under 40 seconds to go in round number 2. Another good round for the challenger, Graciano Rocchigiani. Winner of this fight scheduled to fight #1 contender Duran Williams. I'm sure neither one of them thinking about Williams right now. Rocchigiani has a little bit more spring in his legs than he did in their first bout. We come to the close of round number 2. We're scheduled for 12 on the Cedric Kushner Sports Network. Round number 3, we're in Munich, Germany. The IBF Light Heavyweight Championship. That's Maske in the white shorts with the red stripe. Graciano Rocchigiani showing a lot more spring than before. Keeping his hands dangerously low. I guess he doesn't respect Maske's punching power. And why not? He's only got 11 knockouts in his 27 wins. Maske has yet to really get the jab started. Hasn't been able to successfully double up on it. And even though it's early, Rocchigiani's definitely landed the more telling blows thus far in the fight. And unofficially, of course, I've got him up 2 rounds to 1. Maske now starting to get that jab moving. He's got to be able to keep Rocchigiani off him. He doesn't want to be taking body shots like that all night. As we're a little bit more than a minute gone by here in round number 3. Good right lands over the top by Rocchigiani. Referee Robert Bird's had it easy thus far. His biggest battle's been with the cameraman at ringside getting the fight started. Oh, a low blow. Robert Bird on the wrong side of that one. Lands on the part of Rocchigiani, and he's really going to work on Maske's body. As we got a little bit more than a minute gone by to go here in round number 3. Maske is yet to be able to get any sort of sustained attack going. Whereas Rocchigiani's been able to plow inside and get 4 or 5 unanswered punches. Rocchigiani doing a good job there, is slipping Maske's jab. Crowd goes wild from a slight combination thrown by Maske. His best probably thus far in the fight. Now Rocchigiani moves in. Maske starting to open up a little bit here at the end of round number 3. Might be enough to steal the round. There's that headlock again by Rocchigiani. Round number 4 of a scheduled 12-rounder for the IBF Light Heavyweight Championship. And a good third round for the champion, Henry Maske. First one he's won on my scorecard unofficially. First 2 rounds going to Rocchigiani. Maske now starting to really get the range. Plucking that jab in there from the outside. Got his timing down, good lateral motion, keeping Rocchigiani off him. Rocchigiani's best work thus far in the fight's been on the inside. Very effective on the insides. Landed good body shots and numerous uppercuts. Whoa, Rocchigiani, that's a slip. Lost his balance, got pushed to the canvas by Maske. He's coming in peekaboo style. A little more than a minute gone by here in round number 4. Rocchigiani unloading on the inside again. Hoping to bring Maske's arms down just a little bit. Oh, and a good left over the top. Lands by Rocchigiani, and another good left. Maske's legs look a little wobbly right now. Rocchigiani chases him to the other corner. Maske trying to hold on to the back of Rocchigiani's head, and Rocchigiani just trying to slip in. Oh, and he lands a good left uppercut. Backs Maske up again. And just when it looked like Maske was starting to get the range and keeping Rocchigiani off him, Rocchigiani managed to get on the inside where he does his best fighting, and he's going to get a warning on that from Robert Byrd. He doesn't want to lose a point here. Rocchigiani comes right back, plowing Maske against the ropes. We're approaching the 30-second mark in round number 4. After a very good third round for the champion Maske, Rocchigiani coming back very strong here in round number 4. Single jabs aren't going to do it for Maske. He's going to have to double up and come with something else. He's got to throw that left a little bit more often. As we come to the end of round number 4, another good one for the challenger, Graciano. Rocchigiani snaps back Maske's head at the end of the round. Round number 5, we're at Olympic Hall in Munich, Germany, on the Cedric Kushner Sports Network. Graciano Rocchigiani, the challenger for the IBF light heavyweight title. He's in the red shorts. Champion Henry Maske in the white with the red stripe. And unofficially on my card, it's been 3 out of 4 thus far for Rocchigiani. Maske seemed to be getting on track in the third round, and Rocchigiani turned the tables again in the fourth. Doing his best fighting on the inside. There's been no knockdowns thus far in the fight. Both fighters are southpaws. Maske trained with southpaws, of course, to get ready for Rocchigiani. One of the fighters he used was IBF Intercontinental Cruiserweight Champion, newly crowned Jacob Mofo King. Sparring 10 to 14 rounds a day with Mofo King as we got a little bit more than a minute gone by in round number 5. Referee Robert Byrd, again, so far having an easy time of it. Letting Rocchigiani fight his fight on the inside. Comes, lands over the top. Maske's jab looking a little lethargic today. He gets a warning from Robert Byrd not to pull down on the back of the head. It's one of the major parts of Maske's arsenal. He can't do that. He's going to be in a lot of trouble. Bird respecting thus far the style of fighting of Rocchigiani on the inside. If nothing else, win, lose, or draw, Rocchigiani's probably done the best that anybody thus far at figuring out Maske's style and the best way to fight him. Mickey Duff, famous trainer, promoter, manager out of England, once said to me, if I had a fighter that had to fight Maske, I wouldn't have the faintest idea what I would tell him to do. Apparently, though, Wilfred Wilkie has come up with the way to fight Henry Maske and has passed that strategy on to his fighter, Graciano Rocchigiani. We're coming on the 22nd mark in round number 5. It's scheduled for 12. Fighting, of course, for the IBF Light Heavyweight Championship. Round number 6, scheduled for 12 for the IBF Light Heavyweight title. Seemed to be a little nick on the right eye in the corner of Graciano Rocchigiani, and some early swelling on both eyes of Henry Maske. Had Denny Mancini, cutman, getting the end swell out for the first time in the bout, going to work on Henry's eyes. Oh, and you can see Henry wincing when he's getting hit to the body. Bringing those hands down a little bit, trying to use that pawing at the back of the head, which he uses so effectively. He's been warned, though, once by referee Robert Byrd not to do that. Hasn't made him tentative, though, and he's lands a good left-right combination there on Rocchigiani. At least in the first minute or so here of round number 6, Maske looking a little rejuvenated, much like he looked in round number 3, which up to this point was his best round thus far in the fight. There have been no knockdowns. Both fighters clash heads on the way in. Rocchigiani says, don't look at me. The workload starting to increase now for referee Robert Byrd, again warning Henry not to paw from behind the head. So we're about halfway gone here in round number 6. Both fighters been this distance many times. Stamina not a question, both strong finishers. Rocchigiani not going to the body in this round as he had in the earlier rounds. He's getting on the inside. Not much going on, though, once he's in there. Seems to be content to just lean. Not throwing those punches and flurries like he did in the earlier rounds. Still fighting a modified peekaboo style. Much better round for the champion, Henry Maske. Now a warning comes to Rocchigiani, and uncharacteristically sticks his hand out to apologize to Maske. Under a half a minute to go in round number 6. Maske unleashes a little bit, but a body shot, 2 lefts to the body by Rocchigiani stops Maske in his tracks, but a very good round for the champion as we come to a halfway point in the fight. Round number 7, and at the halfway point unofficially. Got Graciano Rocchigiani up 58 to 56. 4 rounds to 2. But a very good 6th round for Henry Maske, who seems to have some sort of garbage stuck to his back or something there. Can't quite see what that is. Piece of tape. Some lettering or something coming off the corner. Maske not going back to what won him round number 6, at least on my scorecard, which was a active jab and just a lot more aggression in general. Robert Byrd has to warn the fighters again. Those heads are starting to clash on the inside. Minute gone by here in round number 7. Both fighters tall. Maske comes in at 6'3", Rocchigiani 6'2". That's Rocchigiani. He's in the red shorts. Maske is in the white with the red stripe. A much anticipated rematch from their fight back this past May. Rocchigiani now returning to the body attack that helped win the earlier rounds and follows it up with a good right. He's been successful in bringing Maske's arms down when he really throws that 4-punch combination downstairs. Maske tentative now, keeping those elbows tucked in and leaving his head unprotected at times. Doesn't know when Rocchigiani rushes him, doesn't know what to protect first. Again, peekaboo style working well for Rocchigiani. Not allowing Maske's jab to get on the inside. Under a minute to go in round number 7. Rocchigiani lands his own jab there. Not a punch that he uses much. Lands a good left-right combination as he catches Maske in the corner. Maske, to his credit, comes back with a good combination of his own. He's going to get another warning about that pawing. Maske doesn't want to have a point taken away from referee Robert Byrd as we're under 10 seconds to go in round number 7, and he catches Rocchigiani coming in wide open. Not much though on Maske's punches as we come to the end of the 7th round on the Cedric Kushner Sports Network. 8th round, 7th round was the first. Oh, and Maske comes out very fast. But then allows Rocchigiani to get on the inside. I was about to say 7th round was the first round that I copped out and called even. Tough round to call. Unofficially right now, have Rocchigiani up 68-66 at the end of 7. Maske starting to use the lateral motion that he used a little bit in the earlier rounds and combining it with his jab that's starting to get on the mark a little bit. And again, starting to land uppercuts of his own. Although it doesn't seem to have quite the sting that Rocchigiani's uppercuts have. Both fighters have been warned for several violations by referee Robert Byrd. We see breaking the fighters apart there. Maske for pawing behind the head, headbutting. Rocchigiani for headbutting. Maske dangerously close though to having a point taken away for the pawing behind the head. Maske getting the range. Byrd watching him real closely though, because Maske's been pulling at the back of Rocchigiani's head again. More than halfway gone here in round number 8. Rocchigiani looking a little fatigued this round. He's thrown a lot of punches thus far in the fight. And if whether by choice or not, he seems to be taking off this round. And another good round for champion Henry Maske. Byrd telling him one more time he's going to take a point away. And it's the first time in watching title fights with Maske where I've seen him warn for what has become pretty much part of his ongoing arsenal. Rocchigiani trying to get the body attack going on the inside. As soon as he brought Maske's arms down, he came over the top with a good left. About 20 seconds to go in round number 8. And here we go. Wait. Maske trying to show Robert Byrd that he doesn't want to do it. He tried to avoid it, though, in my opinion. And he doesn't quite know how to not do it. He lifts his hands up and gets caught with a counter by Rocchigiani at the end of round number 8. Round number 9, and let's see how Maske responds to the very stern and final warning, I believe, from Robert Byrd for holding and pushing down. Maske seemed frustrated by Byrd's continual warnings. Doesn't exactly know how to not go about doing what's become habit to him over 27 fights. Rocchigiani again landing with that left uppercut, been his best punch in the fight. Doesn't seem to be able to throw punches in volume, though, as he did earlier in the fight. Unofficially at the end of 8 right now, I've got Rocchigiani up by 1 point, 77-76. Maske's biggest problem is he hasn't been able to put 2 good rounds together back to back. He's got an opportunity to do so now. He had a very good 8th round. Maske dangerously close to having that point taken away just then. You got to wonder right now what he's concentrating on more, not doing things that he shouldn't be doing, as he's been told by referee Robert Byrd, or worrying about Rocchigiani. If nothing else, it's forcing him to fight a little bit more from the outside, and it's become an effective strategy for him. Because he knows when he gets on the inside, just by instinct, he's going to push down the head of Rocchigiani, or he's going to try to wrestle him. A little more than a minute to go in round number 9. This is scheduled for 12. Both fighters, as we mentioned, have been that distance many times. Henry Maske, in my opinion, one of the best 12-round boxers in all of boxing. Very strong 12-round fighter. Big reason for that is because he's not much of a knockout puncher, so he better be good at going the distance. Maske not exactly sure how to hold on now. This fight's very close. Not the kind of fight that you want to lose a point in. 30 seconds to go in round number 9. We're on the Cedric Kushner Sports Network. I'm Arnie Tokyo Rosenthal. I know you have to be enjoying this one. Crowd cheering Henry, and then it falls off into a Rocky chant for Rocchigiani as we come to the end of round number 9. Not a bad one for the champion. 10th round of a scheduled 12-rounder for the IBF Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. If you're just joining us, that's Henry Maske. He's in the white shorts with the red stripe. Graciano Rocchigiani, former IBF Super Middleweight Champion of the World. He's in the red shorts. And if my scoring means anything, and I hope to you it means a little something, a barometer, or so to speak, at the end of 9, it's dead even, 86-86. Both fighters very tentative here at the beginning of round number 10. Rocchigiani doing an uncharacteristic dance on the outside, not really doing much while he's doing it, just enough to keep Maske off balance. Throw off Maske's timing a little bit. It's usually a precursor to him just plowing on the inside and starting to work the body of Maske. Rocchigiani, 2 good jabs. Beats Maske to the punch that time. There's a minute gone by here in round number 10, and it's been a very quiet minute. I can tell by the way Maske's keeping those elbows tucked in, his body is very sore. And it should be with the damage that's been inflicted by Rocchigiani thus far in the fight. After two very good rounds back-to-back, the 8th and 9th, Maske looking very tentative for some reason here in round number 10. Neither fighter throwing a lot of leather. Rocchigiani, though, landing the only blows thus far in round number 10. Robert Byrd, referee from the United States, California. Repeated warnings to Henry Maske for pulling down behind the head. Wrestling. It's had Maske certainly distracted, if nothing else. He can't fight on the inside if he can't paw. Now a warning comes for headbutts to Rocchigiani. They're both very similar in height, and you're going to see that. Maske 6'3", Rocchigiani 6'2". Oh, there we go. I'm waiting to see if Bird's going to take away a point. Maske put one arm in the air as if to say, hey, I'm not doing it. Almost like a school kid getting caught. We're coming to the end of probably the quietest round thus far in the fight. Round number 10, both fighters taking a little bit of a vacation. A little bit better for Rocchigiani, though, than it was for Maske. '11th round, of course, was scheduled for 12. It's the IBF Light Heavyweight Championship. Been no knockdowns in the fight. Nobody really hurt seriously. Harder punches coming from Rocchigiani. Volume of punches perhaps from Maske. Neither fighter doing much in round number 10, and this one starts off exactly the same way. Rocchigiani, though, did enough on my scorecard to steal the round. And I have him up slightly right now, 96-95. Very close fight. For the moment, both fighters seem content to fight on the outside. Peekaboo style working for Rocchigiani. We're halfway gone here in round number 11. I don't think both fighters throwing a dozen punches added up. Although Maske seems to be a little bit more aggressive at the moment than Rocchigiani. And just as I say that, Rocchigiani balls him to the ropes. Doesn't seem to be able to get off the effort, though, that he got off earlier in the fight. Rocchigiani catching Maske's blows on his gloves. Maske very cautious about doing anything on the inside. Doesn't want that point taken away in a fight this close. Has had numerous warnings from referee Robert Byrd for pawing, pushing, and wrestling. Here we go again. Let's see. Oh, he was about to do it. And it's like second nature to him. He doesn't know quite what to do, how to tie up somebody when he gets on the inside. Very distracted. Under 20 seconds to go in round number 11. And boy, is this a tough one to call. And we'll be back with the 12th and final round on the Cedric Kushner Sports Network. I'm Arnie Tokyo Rosenthal. 12th and final round. We're in Munich, Germany, Olympic Hall, the light heavyweight championship of the world. I've got the fight dead even at the end of 11, giving round number 11 to Henry Maske. Maske's in the white with the red stripe. That's Graciano Rocchigiani. He's in the red. There's been no knockdowns in the fight. Repeated warnings, though, from referee Robert Byrd. certainly has Maske upset. He's not been able to paw or hold on and has changed his style quite a bit, consequently, in my opinion. Remember, it was the 12th round that Rocchigiani basically had Maske out in the last fight. Doesn't seem to have that energy level, though, that he had last time in the 12th. I tell you this, though, unofficially on my scorecard, he doesn't want to give this round away. Rocchigiani managing to get to the inside, but not doing much once he gets there. Referee Robert Bird, who seemed to favor Rocchigiani's in-style earlier in the fight and has repeatedly warned Maske for pawing on the inside, now seems to be breaking them up a lot sooner. Rocchigiani seems a little out of gas at this point. Can't put a good combination together as we're halfway gone in the 12th and final round. Not quite as intense as the first fight between these two, but very close. Rocchigiani now letting it all hang out with a minute to go in round number 12. The crowd on its feet. Sensing Rocchigiani wants to look for a deja vu of sorts. Thus far, though, round 12, still Maske's round. Keeping Rocchigiani off there with good combinations. Rocchigiani can't get in on the inside. When he does, Maske tying him up like you see there. Rocchigiani looking very tired. Not quite as crisp as he was in the 12th round. Their fight back in May. Sellout crowd on its feet. Not quite sure what to expect when the decision comes down. Half the crowd chanting Henry, half chanting Rocky as we come to the last 10 seconds. We'll let you take it in. There it is. Maske's corner seems to think he's got it won. Rocchigiani's corner holding his hand up. I've got it unofficially 115, 114 for the IBF light heavyweight champion, Henry Maske. Rocchigiani seemed to fade in the end. Neither fighter doing much in the 10th or 11th round. The entire crowd up on its feet. People pouring into the ring from all sides. Nobody really sure what to expect when the decision comes down. No knockdowns in the fight. Not quite as intense in the late rounds as their earlier fight back in May. Certainly not the kind of 12th round that Rocchigiani had then. This round, clearly in my opinion, was a 12th round that went to Maske. Maske's corner giving hugs all over the place. They seem to think he's got the fight in the bag. Again, our judges, Richard Villani from Italy, Roberto Ramirez from Puerto Rico, Albert Bennett from the U.S. No German judges, in spite of the fact that we've got 2 German fighters tonight. Nobody leaving this arena. Nobody has a clue how this decision is going to come down. Once again, I had Maske by the narrowest of margins, 115, 114. Called only 1 round even in the fight. That was the 7th. The entire arena sold out here. On their feet, they're raising Maske's hand, and Michael Buffer calling for the ring microphone, waiting for it to be lowered so that he can give the official decision. Manfred Volka. We see a flash here. Henry Maske, winner by decision We're not sure if it's a technical error or what, so we're going to wait here for the official decision. There's Rocchigiani. He's in the red there, walking around. Henry Maske, we've got a quick glimpse there of Axel Schultz. He's got his date with Destiny for the IBF Heavyweight Championship of the World, December 9th. Rocchigiani standing up in the corner. Crowd giving him a well-deserved cheer. Still awaiting the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards. Judge Graciano scores the bout 1-1-7-2-1-1-1. Judge Ramirez scores it 1-1-6-1-1-2. Judge Bennett scores it 1-1-5-1-1-3 for the winner by unanimous decision and still
It's official. Henry Maske, winner by decision. Scores of 117-111, 116-112, 115-113. I had it close for Maske by a point, but 117-111, 116-112. I've got to say, in my opinion, those scores were way off. 115-113, I can live with. But it's been a terrific fight here. Good night from the Cedric Kushner Sports Network. I'm Arnie Tokyo Rosenthal. Good night, Kerry. I'm coming home.